Yeah, it's the low life. Let's get it. I'm a New York nigga. Bust me down on that Newport nigga. Give a fuck what you thought, nigga. This is uncooked coke, not sea salt, nigga. I roll around in big trucks. Whole crew could get like 2 fucks. Nah, I don't say much. Out of town bitches always say I'm playing too much. Big band stacked up, yeah. Keep that case to act up. Cadillac truck, room back up. Cops looking for answers. Don't ask us. There's big bucks in the club. I give no fucks in the club. Because I'm swiping, so we showing niggas love. And the vibe is all good, but don't get it fucked up. Get left in the club. Shit, I almost got an F in the club. Look, don't have steps in the club, because the Ruger go boom up in your chest in the club. I'm a New York nigga, niggas selling the crack. I'm a New York nigga, niggas busting the gap. I'm a New York nigga, I don't know how to act. I'm from New York nigga, niggas killing the rats. I'm a New York nigga, niggas selling the crack. I'm a New York nigga, niggas busting the gap. I'm a New York nigga, I don't know how to act. I'm from New York nigga, niggas killing the rats.
What's good? 845Themixshow. It's your boy DJ Julia. Get it quarter 8 in the building. Let's go. What's good, y'all?
Yo. What's good?
Yo.
Yeah, Snow. Welcome back to the workforce, man. You see how we be feeling now?
Killed him.
Yeah.
Assassinated him.
What's going on, man?
I'm tired as shit. I got an hour for you tonight.
How long they had you out there today?
It's 10 hours. And Cordell had me dying last night, too.
I saw his stupid ass stuck somewhere.
He had me dying last night.
Where was he stuck?
I don't know. He was stuck in the truck. I saw that.
I seen him when I first got in because he gets ready for his truck. He in there trying to steal people's cookies and shit.
Nigga's the worst. He's the worst employee ever, bro.
It's like the 13th grader for life, man.
Yo, he's the worst, yo.
Yo, I'm trying to hurry up.
13th grader.
I was running a little late. He was trying to talk to me about the over 30 league. I said, nigga, I just got here. I got to get going.
Yo, he's trying to put you on his team already.
All right.
They gonna have you swinging the bat.
Yo, that man acts like this Hilaria Bryan associated with that league, man.
That's Jim Thorpe right there.
No, I ain't gonna lie. We need to turn that league up, man, and like do interviews and all that.
Nigga, that's what I was trying to do. That's what I was trying to do.
Yeah, we should do that, definitely.
His parents still go to his games. That's legendary.
Yo, I ain't gonna lie.
All the way from Poughkeepsie.
He be having dad out there rooting
all
for
the way
like
from Poughkeepsie.
Crazy.
That's ill.
He be like, "Well, pull up to the game. My pops is coming." Nigga crazy, son.
Shout out to Ghetto Poe, man. K-City legend, man. For real.
845 legend. That nigga's everywhere, son.
Yo, we got another, 845 legend in the building tonight, my man. We know him as Omi. The world know him as EQ. And he's got so much going on, he can talk to us about basketball, he can talk to us about rap, and now he's pushing his brand. The man's been a model, he's been to Germany and all this type of stuff. So, we
most extraordinary man.
Yeah. The black what's the dude most interesting man? Yeah, the black
Dos Equis?
the Puerto Rican Dos Equis, man. There you go. Talk about it.
Yeah.
So we're gonna get into this video, man. This video is a classic for me, and it's man, Blizz, get it,
Okay.
Run to the Bizank. I had to go get this joint, man. Snow, let's get it. 845Themixshow.
He on his property.
Right. My shit.
That's my his shit. Garbage, man.
He's in my shit.
Hold on. Wait. We getting cake. Hold on. Wait. Let me run to the bank. All of my niggas are sliding. We it, you hiding. All of my niggas official. We shoot out the window. I shoot while I'm driving. Hold on. Wait. We getting cake. Hold on. wait. Let me run to the bank. All of my niggas are sliding. We it, you hiding. All of my niggas official. We shoot out the window, I shoot while I'm driving. Hold on, wait. Most you raps be fake. Hold on, wait.
That look like
Shout out my apes. Shout out my blazers. Fuck the niggas who's fake. Shout out my haters that won't hate in my face. A lot of you rappers be broke, and a lot of you raps be capping. Whenever we see you, we laughing. Coat with the zipper, I'm bloody Mike Jackson. Gun shoot, but it's plastic. Shit's real, joystick. Niggas ain't ballin' for real, they acting a fool. Niggas be shacking. Downtown, I'm the boss. My little homie, he the captain. So what you saying? We be pistol playing, shooting shit up just for practice. Say something and something else. Fuck is that? Ad-lib? I'll be with the bros laughing. I don't take L's, I take action. Hold on, wait. We getting cake. Hold on, wait. Let me run to the bank. All of my niggas are sliding. We it, you hiding. All of my niggas official. We shoot out the window, I shoot while I'm driving. Hold on, wait. We getting cake. Hold on, wait. Let me run to the bank. All of my niggas are sliding. We it, you hiding. All of my niggas official. We shoot out the window, I shoot while I'm driving. Run it up. Niggas get jumped like it's double dutch. Gotta get paid, so I'm coming up. Henny Club throwing these hundreds up. Niggas talking cause they're lame. My brothers keep it, we share pain. Niggas get high like airplanes. Fuck nigga, it's fair game. If you don't know the new niggas should high, you niggas should die, put that on the 5. Niggas is live, niggas is shy. This shit is lit, cause this shit is fire. Moving to work like a boss. Soon I'll be pushing the Porsche. I swear that these niggas is lost. Nigga, I gave you the sauce. Bro. Downtown, I'm the boss. My little homie, he the captain. So what you saying? We be pistol playing, shooting shit up just for practice. Say something and something else. Fuck is that? Ad-lib? I'll be with the bros laughing. I don't take L's, I take action. Hold on, wait. We getting cake. Hold on, wait. Let me run to the bank. All of my niggas are sliding. We it, you hiding. All of my niggas official. We shoot out the window, I shoot while I'm driving. Hold on, wait. We getting cake.
Hold on, wait. Let me run to the bank. All of my niggas are sliding. We it, you hiding. All of my niggas official. We shoot out the window, I shoot while I'm driving.
What's good, Buck?
Man, I was going to jail 2 days later.
2 days later, they pushed you in the paddy waggy.
And my boys held me down.
Damn, son.
Okay, what's good, Rick Buck? What's going on, my bro? What's good? So, yeah, we want to bring in our guests, man. Like I said, one of the 845, I feel like legends out here, man. He did so much for the culture out here, whether it's fashion, whether it's rap, whether it's linking people. We got Joe Feliciano in the building. Let's go.
Getting on my nerves since I was a little boy.
Talk to him, Bliss Jackson.
Bliss Jackson.
Yeah,
Killed them fresh out the hospital.
I remember, I ain't gonna lie to you. I remember this is before we even start, man. Before we even start, I remember J-Dot, my man J-Dot. Shout out to J-Dot. He was like, man, I don't even know why we even gave you a chance listening to Bang.
What you mean? What happened?
You remember when J-Dot was on my top?
Yeah.
That was my guy though. It's all listen, it was all, you know what I learned? A lot of that stuff just came from being young and not knowing how to like salute each other and respect each other's craft. You know what I'm saying? Like with me, like you got to understand, and I'm this is a perfect way to introduce this whole thing, right? So like I'm younger than everybody I grew up with. And I never told Qua this, but Qua was one of the people that I looked up to when I was younger because I didn't have no brothers. And he resembled somebody who I felt like if I did have a brother, it would be like Qua. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, like how I used to play ball. I don't know if you even knew, but I mimicked your handle and like that came from like you and Sham God. You know what I'm saying?
What's up, man. Appreciate that.
That's why I was like, yo, this is full 360 coming back around, and I'm not afraid to like let people know who influenced me, and that's what I meant about the whole J-Dot thing. Like we ain't never had no smoke because like he would diss me, but I see him and he'd be like, yo, what's good? You know what I'm saying?
Nah, we was just them niggas that was young that if you piss us off, it was fuck you. We loved you, nigga. We loved you, nigga. You're our best friend's cousin.
Yeah.
But other than that,
You won't even add me on Facebook.
Yeah. He said, I'm gonna get into it.
Hold up. Before we get to that, man, let's introduce yourself, GQ, man, and let the people know what's going on, where you come from, what you do.
Yeah, no problem, man. First of all, thank y'all for having me. You know what I'm saying? I love what y'all been doing, and y'all been consistent. You know what I'm saying? I think this is definitely something for the town. We need this, not even only K-City, but just the whole 845. And we need to do a better job of supporting this platform, and or like Blizz would say, this platform. And you know what I'm saying? Just kind of like really push this forward. Like, I seen the episode 1 of this season, and I really love the direction y'all was going with. I think we just need a domino effect that take it from there and bring it to the next level. But as far as myself goes, obviously those that know me personally, know me as Omi, friends and family. But those who might just know me as GQ, I'm from the Bronx, New York. I moved up here when I was young. My family migrated up here to get away from a lot of stuff that was going down in the city during the 90s and stuff like that. And I'm saying, this is kind of have like been my second home. And I spent a lot of my upbringing over here. And I really grew to love the town, you know what I'm saying? Which is weird because I know, like, when I was younger, I didn't really have those feelings because I always felt like I had to say something to separate myself from the town. You know what I mean? Like, yo, I ain't from here. And I feel like a lot of us do that. But I think there's been a shift lately where people owning where they from. And even though I wasn't born here and I migrated here, I still got a lot of love here and a lot of like influence here. So I definitely want to make sure that, people know that I do care about the town, and I really got a lot of plans, and I hope to, be able to connect with a lot of people and bring stuff to where I feel like it should be, because there's a lot of talent in here. And I think we just need, proper guidance and the right guidance. You know what I'm saying? People who really put others before themselves.
All right. Feel that shit. Feel that.
That's what's up. So what was the first, like, all right, because I'm like a city transplant like you, right? What was the biggest shift, or I don't want to say like culture shock, when you first moved up here in upstate?
Just all the space, bro. Like, you gotta understand, like, being being crammed in a block where there's 1,000 people, you know what I'm saying? And like, it's on top of each other. You feel like kind of how a lot of people feel like, being closed in. Like, so you do get that sense of like a community, but you also get that sense of there's no privacy. Like, everybody know everybody, you know what I'm saying? So for me, when I came up here and I started seeing like, oh, we could go to the gardens, and you know what I'm saying, and go to Kennedy and run up them hills and be around uptown, downtown. Yeah, that's you. That's why I mentioned it. You know what I'm saying? You really got to see like there's more to the world, because in the city, everybody, they hate to talk about it, but most people don't really like go past the 15 block radius. You know what I'm saying? Like, especially back then. Like, my cousin God, he used to always call me crazy because I'd be the one that had to go like to Coney Island by myself to go see people, and like I didn't care because I knew what time it was, but like I didn't let nobody stop me from doing what I wanted to do. I know I look back at that now, like, I could have definitely got into some real stuff, and things happen, but you young and you just feel like defiant. You know what I'm saying? You feel like, nah, like I want to do what I want to do. But that's one of the first things that made me realize, like, I kind of like it up here. I like space.
Yeah. You know what's crazy? A lot of people from the city that move up there, they say like they don't like it, and then you find them like living up there like 20 years later type shit. Like, nigga used to talk crazy about the town. Now you're a permanent resident.
A
lot of them can't go home.
Yo, stop, man.
Yeah, leave it to Blizz, man. You ain't lying though. You ain't lying.
Yeah. If they was in that game, yeah, but I'm just saying, like,
those are most of the people I met is either like gangsters or people in that game that move up here and they really don't go back home. Either that or college kids who came to UC. I'm about to say
probably
UC,
more
and never left.
Probably more in Kingston.
Shout out to Turks in them, man.
Like Turk in them.
Everybody
Turk. Yeah, shout out to Turk, Willie, and all that. Nah, those are my guys. Definitely. I also feel like what happens is, as you get older, you start realizing your priorities change, right? And getting out of a place where people know you too well can help you. That's why a lot of people feel like they need to leave the town to figure out who they are, so that way when they come back, they understand life a little bit better. You know what I'm saying? That's why there's nothing wrong with venturing out. Just never forget where you come from. Like a lot of times people make it places, and it's no particular person. It's just like this is a mentality that like happens everywhere. You'll just go and never come back because you feel like, why look back? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I definitely feel you.
Yo, what's good, Chris, man? Yo, just before I told Chris that somebody on our platform said that he was the plug, and you know, it was the trip to Mexico that made us feel like he was the plug. But continue, I digress.
Nigga, some look like he's from Miami. DJ
So,
Khaled
man, so yeah, you know, you grew up here in upstate New York, King City. I know I've known you for a long time. So talk about kind of music's influence, because I feel like, I mean, who am I? Fuck my opinion, whatever. But I feel like you were one of the big influences in the 845 movement before it was even 845. Just showing people that it was necessary to grind. You know what I mean? So just talk about music's influence in your upbringing and.
Yeah, I'll tell you. So first of all, that you definitely, your opinion matters because of what you do and what y'all do together collectively, right? Every single one of y'all, including Blizz, right? For me, again, it goes back to being the product of what I consider the little bit of knowledge that I have from bringing, at the time I'm super young, right? So like coming up 7, 8, 9, like listening to like Nas and AZ, being cultured from. So my uncle won a Grammy, right? But in Spanish music. So like my family,
shout them out, man.
Who know some of my family members, yeah, like we have like real like historic artists out, and that were a part of the El Barrio movement, right? Which is Spanish Harlem. So like a lot of like my pops and uncles and like we like legends for real. And that's the essence that I come from. So if y'all know my older cousin Lester, Lep, right?
Yeah.
The Rep Squad is where I got that influence from. I'm a baby going to studios with them and watching Preston, shout out to Zoe and Rock and all them, right? I'm watching all of them firsthand, and I'm watching them put together albums, and I'm like, yo, this must have like been what it felt like for like Cool Herc, you know what I'm saying? And like and that whole thing, but up here, because I'm watching it firsthand, right?
Got you.
So I always give respect to the OGs because like they the ones that showed me like it was possible to do, right? Because what you think automatically is, oh, I know this person, like I wake up next door to him, like this is, so if he's doing it, what's stopping me from it, right? And I had supers, like y'all know me, my confidence is crazy, like there's nothing that I feel like I can't do, but the other side of it is the chip on my shoulder being so young and y'all telling me I can't do it, which is why I'm laughing, because Duya knows me from rap when I used to be so trash, like they wouldn't even let me rap. Right?
Yo, that's exactly how Bugs treated me. So don't let him get to y'all like that.
Right. No, but this is where it circles back, because before the show started, before you came on, he was letting me hear he was testing out the video, right? And I'm really looking at it like, yo, Blizz actually, like, he ain't let nobody stop him. Like my cousin DJ Donnie Mapes, y'all didn't let nobody stop y'all. Like y'all really probably felt like I was like not fucking with y'all, which I never didn't fuck with y'all, because if I feel like if I say something to somebody, it's because I really do care. But my way is the way that I got taught, which is tough love. Like, nah, you got to earn it. Even if I know that you got it, I'm not going to tell you you got it until you got it.
Being around Lester and
come on now. Come on now. Rough.
Those boys is rough.
Rough ain't the word, bro. Especially when you they family, because you're a representation of them.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Shout out to Rep Squad, man, for real, man.
Yeah, shout out to Rep Squad.
That's
for
the
real,
original.
100%, bro. 100%. Cat, Water, Feather, shout out to everybody.
You alluded to it a little bit, when I really first started in the DJ game, I used to just have all the local rappers just come to the crib, and we would go in the basement, and I would record my favorite instrumentals, and y'all would rap and shit. And
that
it was like
soundtrack. Come on
yeah.
now.
yeah,
Come
come on, man. So and then you, like you said, it was really like JP, Donald, Dwayne Dimes. They was the three that was going ham. You would come with them, and you was just on the sideline, like
they was
analyzing it a little bit.
Yeah,
and then like but we go down the line a little bit. I say like maybe 3-4 years, and I remember just linking up with you, and rest in peace to the boy Spoons. And
Word,
you came
man.
out, we came with the Street Monopoly, and I was like, yo, okay. I ain't gonna lie to you, man. I was trying to find the Street Monopoly like cover and all. I couldn't find it nowhere.
I might got some copies still.
That was like the first, because if you go back in the history of Kingston, before it was really the 845 movement and all that, you had, shout out to Herfy. He was like one of the first people that had like the album in the store. You know what I'm saying? Like you go to Coastal, and the FAS joint was in there.
Shot that
it was collecting dust, but but he's in there though.
That was the first official video that got shot in K-City, right?
Exactly. So I'm showing love, but and then you came with, because then the shift changed, and it was like mixtapes, and it was like the MOE era, and y'all had the coalition, and there was a little bit of weird tension, I don't know.
I never understood that.
It was who wanted to be first, I think. That's what it was. That's what it was.
Yeah, so,
and to rightfully so, I consider like Country and Ace and Quad, like, come on, like let's not like lie to yourself. Like, you got to give respect due. You got to understand how I'm looking at it, right? So I'm young, but like people not seeing me because my family is not letting me be where all y'all at, right? So a lot of it would be, man, he don't really be doing none of that stuff. He don't really be out here, right? And it's like, y'all not wrong, but it's not 100%. The narrative is, oh, I still be active, but I just can't be around y'all, because then that gets back to my mom, and then my cousin looked crazy for allowing me to be out there with y'all. You know what I'm saying? Until I became old enough to be like, y'all can't stop me from going to Henry. Y'all can't stop me from going to such and such. You know what I'm saying? But by then it was kind of like too late, because it was like, what point are you proving? Like, you're not really proving a point. And I was always younger, but I was always advanced as far as like, I knew that it wasn't really nothing serious. It was a competitive thing. Like the way we play ball, you're not nicer than me. I'm gonna show you, but like it's respect. So that's how I felt about MOE. Like, I respected everybody that was actually doing something. It was the people who wasn't doing nothing that always talked, that kind of made me mad. Like, you ain't even got no product, but you talking about how you the nicest. You understand?
Yeah,
what
but no, but wait a minute. Hold on. You could be the nicest and you didn't have no product back in those days, man. It was more like, yo, I'll come over, meet me on Henry and Liberty, and we're gonna battle type shit. You know
right.
what I'm saying?
So you could be the nicest like spitter, but I'm talking about when we talking about people putting out projects.
Yeah,
there's a difference between
it got to that because it wasn't originally like that, and then it got to that point, and that's what I was saying with the Street Monopoly.
It always was like that for me, from my lens, because they always was doing that. Like, I don't know if y'all remember, but Rep Squad CDs and the LPN.
You're right.
Let me ask you something real quick. What made y'all put the coalition together like that? Like, how did y'all put that together?
So our CEO Suge, right? Suge Lep, right? I feel like Lep saw talent, and seeing how nice like Sace was, like Sace, you gotta understand Sace. You know how people like say what you want. Sace really, hands down, is really like.
Hey, what do you want to say?
Huh?
What did you want? You said say what you want. What you want to say?
No, I'm saying because like he might not be active anymore. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, I don't never put in nobody's personal, because at the end of the day, everybody got some. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't care about that. some of the most talented people might have demons, like, you know what I mean? So I never mentioned stuff like that. But I'm talking about
my boy right there. He was one of the first 845 The Mix Show characters that showed love. So that's
first off, that nigga's a goat.
Right. Let's not that's not no debate. And
I hate people.
Sace wrote my first rap. Sace probably wrote Dime's first rap, Vito's first rap, if I'm not mistaken. You know what I'm saying? Because he was that advanced.
He really was.
He was church, understanding how to play keys and all that, and drums and that. So you gotta understand, like, right. So I feel like what Lep was doing was probably getting older and realizing, all right, I'm not trying to rap the same way I was feeling after, my second album. I felt like, I'm a little too old to even be trying to rap for real. And then once I started getting in labels and seeing all the crazy bull stuff, you know what I mean? Like, I wasn't with. I just was like, nah, let me start cultivating a company so that way whatever comes in and out of this company, it could go on forever. It don't age with me as an entity, as an artist. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Yeah.
So to answer your question, I think Lep saw that naturally occurring, and he just felt like, if we're gonna do something, let's do it for real. And I'm gonna take a few of my best friends, which was Preston and Dez, and he saw me, Donald, Dwayne. You know what I'm saying? At the time, Vito was in Jersey, but I always was trying to get him to come back home because I believed in what we was doing. And then it just ended up morphing into which I later saw as the Coalition. You know what I'm saying? But we have been working on that collectively, like maybe a year or two before we actually even put something out.
How y'all get the name?
So to be honest, I always just was coming up with a bunch of stuff. Like I got into a weird space where all I wanted to do was create, right? And Lep used to have us in the basement all the time. So we used to have, Liason. They used to be called the Liason Coalition, right? And then we shortened it to the Coalition because it just sounded like, you know what I mean, like the Diplomats. You know what I mean? And back then you had those movements, they always had like some type of name like that. So we just went with that. Yeah, exactly. Okay,
that's dope. I always thought the Coalition name was a dope name.
Yeah, I appreciate that, man.
I always thought that was dope.
Being around all them creatives, I was in my bag, man. I like a lot of them hooks I wrote, you know what I'm saying, on that album, like, and it just gave me my chance to really like feel like I could step into, because that was really the first time people like allowed me to do something on that level. You know what I mean? That was before TCU, because right after that was TCU.
Because I remember
I got that CD too, TCU. I got it in my house. I'm dead ass.
Nah, I believe you. That shot, rest in peace. Spoon spazzed on that verse, man. I always think about that verse, man. And shout out to Ghetto Poe too. He was on that.
Oh, that's that. The one that was on Freddie.
Nah, see, we ain't gonna be messy because I don't know nothing about that.
That's not.
That's not it.
Yo, listen, remember I got political ties.
I lived with Poe when he was dissing Freddie. That wasn't.
No, that's before that.
Yo, that's the classic song.
Freddie killed Poe.
That one that's on Freddie, that song is a classic. I gotta find that.
Freddie should have.
I definitely gotta.
Oh, don't worry, Poe send it to you if he.
Yeah, I know he'll do his greatest hits. Probably
he'll send it to you ASAP.
He'll send it. Yeah, he'll do his greatest hits.
Shout out to everybody, man. Shout out to all of them boys, man.
I remember, man. I was
young, man. Dudes be young. Stuff be happening, man. That's all, man.
Niggas wasn't young.
Yeah, they was, man.
I was 18, 19, bro. They wasn't young.
Yeah, they was young. They in their 20s, man. What are you talking about?
Yo, yeah, real talk. If you think
about
it. I
was 34.
Come on, man.
Oh, my God,
man. Young could be a mentality, too.
That, too, right?
We gotta. I'm gonna have to find that, Mel. Man.
Mel said, "Wait, man. I ain't hear Freddie's reply."
Freddie's shit was so amazing.
Yo, listen. What's crazy is they both my cousins, so that's why it's like people don't understand. Like this is
everybody's your cousin.
Me too.
Nah, like for real though. Yeah, they family, like they related. Like it's crazy.
Yo, do you? Can I say something real quick?
Go ahead.
What? Yo, is everybody related in Kingston?
I feel like a majority of part of it, yeah. I'm gonna tell you why. Because
how they still having kids with each other, man?
That's why I don't date black girls.
Yo,
a couple of them, at least 8 done told me they was my cousin, and one said she was my aunt.
Yeah, well, what you gotta do is You gotta listen, like you gotta keep the media training right here, so that way it don't go left. You heard?
Yo, all right. So we digress. So I remember, man, when I was interning at Murder Inc. Right, I'm in the crack house. These niggas told me to go downstairs and
R89.
So boom, I go into the bar 89. I see Omi sitting with Lupe Fiasco.
Yeah, people think I be lying about them stories too. That's why I be. Yo, Ja was there too. Ja ended up coming afterwards. Ja met us down and we had dinner and all that.
Yo, man,
the nigga messed with Erica Mena, man. He's a goat a little bit.
Shout out to Erica.
Yo, you see, there's Blizz, man. Talk about it. So talk about your real like transition with the music to the modeling thing and how that got you into fashion.
I mean, modeling was always something that I just felt like, you know, I was young. I used to model with for the Gap when I was in Maryland, right? When I was young. I have super long hair.
Man.
It ain't even like I only
was modeling for the Gap when we was all wearing it. Talk to him.
Look, easy. It's just what it is. Is like I put myself in so many things that it's like shooting shots. If you shoot 80,000 jump shots, you bound to hit at least 100. You know what I'm saying? And those 100 might look like you doing so much over time, but what happens is it's because I never stop. Like that's the difference between people that like elevate to a success level, that work for it because they don't stop. Like I tell, like that's the only difference. It don't really like talent only brings you but so far. You know what I mean? Like, but the people that can outwork talent, that's why you see them in positions where they on top and people be getting mad. Like, oh, that person ain't even that nice. Yeah. It's not about that. It's about business, and they'll outwork the person who's naturally gifted. So who you gonna go with?
Right.
But yeah, modeling was cool. You know, it wasn't for me just because I wasn't really like liking a certain energy. You know what I'm saying? So I got out of it like quick. You know, I did a couple XXL magazines and stuff like that. But it just
wasn't trying to Versace you, man. What
yeah. I wasn't gonna. You just wasn't gonna put me like. I just didn't. First of all, you know, I'm super critical on how I dress. So a lot of times I would be modeling and stuff that just didn't look right. Just because it was famous.
The runway like Russell
Westbrook. Just making me look crazy.
Right.
And I'm like, whoa, how you a stylist and I'm flyer than you? You know what I'm saying? Which got me into to designing clothes because I felt like a lot of times I'm not trying to spend. I worked in retail for so many years. Like I'm not trying to spend thousands and thousands of dollars trying to get some or keep somebody else rich. I'm like, why don't I start my own? And in time, in 10 years, this might become a household name. You know what I mean? And with people supporting it, like yourself, thank you. You know, you got the hat on. Thank you for that. I'm trying to get to a place where it's like it's accessible, but also respected. You know what I'm saying? And that's where like learning the business from the inside. That's kind of like where I've been recently. But modeling got me into that life because I started seeing people weren't really going crazy over the models more so than the designers and what the designers were putting on the models. So if you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. That's what's up, huh?
So how did you get involved with Nike and Adidas as like the brand ambassador? Like I seen you're giving out shirts. I see you on social media. You're in Portland. You're here. You're there. Yeah, so how did that all come about?
A little bit of my past, right? A little bit of being like into sports, being able to understand like business and understanding influence at an earlier age where it was like, okay, you know, like being from a small town, you really think that this is all that you know you got access to, right? Mm-hmm. And unless you become somebody like, you know, like a Tay Fisher, a Velis, or, you know what I'm saying? Like just to name a few people that we know from the town, a party, like you really feel like you don't have much more than what you see on a day-to-day basis. And that's not the truth. What the truth is whatever you're passionate about, you got to do the history. You know what I'm saying? You got to do the due diligence, learn what the game is about before you step into it. And then go see where you can make your connections because there's enough for everybody and everything is about timing. So for me, I just was always applying for different jobs, and I was always networking. Every job I ever had, I was always getting numbers. I was always, yo, check me out here, check me, because I always had something going on. So I always had something going on is the answer to that question. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And when it came time, when people looking at it, it's like, yo, is this person a liability or as an asset? And I felt like with Adidas, they took a chance on me, but also they understood my influence was, oh, this person is from the culture and he really knows these people. He's not like one of them, like, you know what I'm saying? Like them funny style people that just be acting like they from a certain place. Like, no, I could take you here. I could go there, places where, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying without saying it. So, but I never swayed too much to one side or the other. Like I could be, from the street, but not be street. You understand? And I realized like the people who move a certain way, they got longevity and they be old to talk about all the stuff that they did, as opposed to being too much this way. And then, that only has a certain, outcome and it's undefeated.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
What does a brand ambassador do?
It could be many things, right? So like a brand ambassador, first and foremost, is someone who represents the brand, right? So they're an ambassador for that brand. So with Adidas, during 2016 and 18 years, I basically was a part of a group where we helped push Adidas to surpass Jordan, which is where you heard the Yeezy jumped over Jumpman and all that around that area, because we were getting flown out to Portland, a couple times every couple months, and we would talk about what's going on in the streets and what people buying and what people like, who's liking what, athletes and artists, and then we was working with them doing activations, putting out new product and hyping it up, right? So once I did that for a couple of years, I started realizing, oh, I could do this because they asking me to do this for them. So how I can't do this for myself? You know what I mean? The only difference is they got millions of dollars and resources, but they had to start somewhere. You know what I mean? So it's all about if you're going to take that chance on yourself. So then I ended up getting the Nike deal, and I was able to do a shoe with them, right? So working with Nordstrom, they allowed me to do my event at Nordstrom, which is the only thing that like ever been done like that at that moment, at that time, because Nordstrom just came, put themselves as a public company on the stock market. So that year they came and opened up a flagship in the middle of Manhattan. So while I'm there, I had everybody.
Man, his own shoe, man.
Yeah. I've been working, bro.
Know this stuff, man.
Yeah, and that's the thing. That's why I'm saying this platform is perfect. Like we just need to like all collectively push it up, so that way anybody from the area, this should be the place that they tap in to know about what's going on from our perspective. You know what I'm saying? Not the radio, because the radio, all you got to pay to get on, or you know what I'm saying. And I get that too.
Yeah.
But this could be a mixture of both. So yeah, I got the opportunity with the Nike situation, and that basically, it got me in a position to where I got a little bit more clout from people who respect clout over talent. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of times I was doing stuff, but then when people see me like a Blizz, you might see me at the Y. You know what I'm saying? Not him specifically, but like somebody might see me in the Y and be like, "Oh, that's just Omi," like, you know what I'm saying? But but anywhere else, it's like, yo, how many people got their own shoe?
None.
Right? I know a lot of athletes that don't got their own shoe.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
None.
Right, exactly. And the whole point of me doing that is it's not even about me. I'm just trying to be like the example, so that way people can see like, yo, you could do this, but you can't be trying to act like you don't care about this, but then get mad when this stuff don't come your way. And I think that's where we got to like start helping each other out, where it's like, yo, don't shit on the places that you really want to be active in. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And that's a hard thing, because it's like you almost feel like, well, they ain't showing me no love, so I don't care about it. But really, you just trying to figure out how. You know what I mean? Shout out to Mel too. And stop telling people you dunked on me at block, because you ain't dunk on me.
So let's get into the sports. You get into the basketball sports part of it that that you wanted to ask.
And be real too.
I killed you straight out the hospital, heart stuff.
You probably did. I mean, listen, Jordan had off days.
You said you let no. You said you let me kill you because you thought I was gonna pass out.
Oh, that was when you were breathing all hard.
Remember, I was in the hospital for my heart.
Yeah. You had to chill because the way you was acting like you ain't care, and I was like, yo, you saying that, but you need to care. Ain't gonna let bias me while I'm on the court. Nah, but Blizz, listen, Blizz, like Blizz said, like Blizz was young enough to see a lot of stuff happen. And I'm gonna tell you this, like while we live, like I'm proud of where you at and how you grown, you know what I'm saying? And you staying active and you know what I mean, you taking your control of yourself and your life back, because that's a story that people they don't really talk about. They talk about people making it certain places, but they don't talk about the stories like what you know what I mean. You Qua, like yo, y'all really said nah. I'm in charge of what I do with my life. I'm in charge of you know what I mean where I'm at, and that's commendable. It's just as much as me having a sneaker, or if not more, because you know what I mean. Some people don't make it back from what y'all you know what I mean where y'all went.
Yeah, man, that's big, man. Having your own shoe, shit. I don't know anybody I can ever think of in my brain that ever had their own shoe. That's
you do now.
Really, really big, bro. That's crazy, man.
And that's just, and I feel like there's a lot more gonna happen. There's a lot more gonna happen. You know what I'm saying? Like there's a lot more gonna happen. I feel it, and I wanna be able to do stuff so that way, you know what I mean. People from the town also can see like they can be a part of that too. You know what I mean? Like I'm trying to do some things. I don't want to speak too prematurely on it, but I'm definitely trying to help. Because for me, it's like I don't really need much. I don't want much. I just want to be able to say, yo, I helped leave an imprint, so that way when I'm gone, people still remember that and keep that energy going. You know what I mean?
And you did all this with no experience.
Yo, I dropped out of college. I was like, this ain't for me. They wasn't letting me rock on the basketball court, trying to tell me I was weak when I was serving the people that they was looking up to. Like, you know what I mean? So Blizz know. Blizz know. But at the end of the day, you need that stuff so that way you could carve out where you feel like you fit in life. Like, you know, you either gonna cry and go crawl into a corner, or you gonna man up and be like, nah, y'all don't believe me? I'm gonna show you. And that's why I always kept that chip on my shoulder, but in a positive way. You know what I mean? Shout out to Rich Stars too. My God.
Shout out to our sponsor.
Shout
out to our sponsor, Anchored Security. But I love you, Stars, but shout out to Anchored Security, who's sponsoring this show tonight.
Shout out
Rich
to
Rich Stars had a porn star sucking a cucumber 4 in the morning last night.
Whoa.
On Instagram Live. I'm at work watching it. And I joined the live.
That boy nice.
What time was that, man?
4 in the morning.
Alert me of these things, man.
4 in the morning.
I'm up at that time, man. I'm ready to go to work. But so
oh yeah, but yo, Bugs, who you feel like from Cordell and them's era was them dudes in basketball? Like
in basketball?
Yeah, from around here.
I mean, to be honest, like this is another thing too, right? And I had to realize this as I got older and I started really meeting people and knowing like the stories that people don't really ever get to hear. Like Poe and them dude, like our town, like something is in the water. Like really, people didn't understand how nice they were.
No, let me stop. Go ahead. I'm sorry. Keep going, man. No, I'm just talking shit. Go ahead, keep going.
I'm just saying people really didn't understand how nice they were. I don't understand if you know what I mean by that. Like, yo, like knowing what I know now, a lot of people could have went pro. Like a big handful, a lot of people. But the thing is, you didn't know that you could, and you didn't know because you weren't around people unless you were always being spoken about and had like the opportunities, the average 30 and all that stuff, and you know what I mean. Unless you was in the system, but when you look after the fact and you start realizing like, yo, some of the street ball legends went overseas and made millions, and you know what I mean, and you would never know that.
Yeah,
because we didn't live in a social media era.
That's a great point.
I know for a fact, like the talent is crazy. So to answer your question, like Poe is nice. You know what I'm saying? Poe was probably somebody who I probably knew about more, like, you know what I mean? Because you got to understand, like, there's different levels of nice. Like some people never got a chance to play organized basketball, but I know for a fact, like, you know, you bring in the block park, and that's a real serious, like, that's serious. You can't, some of the people couldn't come to block, but we'll go all around the 845 and be averaging crazy numbers, but they go to block and won't even score because they not cut from that cloth.
I had a couple scoreless nights at block. It's all right.
Yeah, it's all good. You was a football player though.
My starting five would probably be like a Tyree, a Rock, a Ghetto Poe, a Mike Parker, and then he's more I'd probably say like a Dakeem.
Shout out
they
to
always
Keem.
say his name, and I don't even know him. They be saying he's one of the best ever from here.
I wouldn't say he was one of the best because.
What about Linnell?
Yeah, I was gonna say people would come, like people from the younger generation that Lep's age would consider Linnell to be their generation's Dakeem. I know Dakeem because that's Tyrese and all of them era. Like I seen him.
I was saying my era. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I always consider him to be Antoine Jameson. You know what I mean? He reminded me of Jameson.
How old was Tyree?
No, Tyree was Marbury.
Nah, because he be talking like he's like top 3 ever from here type shit.
Tyree, when I first moved to Kingston, it was about Tyree. Bell can tell you. It was about everything was Tyree, my nigga. Yeah. When it came to basketball, nobody could play like this kid.
Yeah.
He was that.
Ree was what I considered the Nas of basketball in the sense where that's why
don't give him that. He's shaking in
his don't say
Nas. He deserved it. He deserved it. He was the golden child. He was the golden child in the sense like people favored him to be.
That's a fact.
That's why you know like how they did in my generation. They did that for Tay. You know what I'm saying? They even though Tay was younger than a lot of people, they forced him to play up so that way by the time he got to his age, he would be so far advanced, and that's what people don't understand the analytics.
Tay was so nice.
Yeah, he was.
He is still nice. Like why just boil him?
And this is what I'm trying. And this is what I'm trying to say. Like niggas ain't better than Fruit.
Well,
I played with them all.
It depends on what you're talking about, and I love Fruit. Fruit has a specific skill set that a lot of other point guards don't. But when you talk about matchups, it's hard for Fruit to play at a certain level because no matter how great he is, you can't teach size, right?
Yeah, but I done seen him do niggas.
Of course. Yeah,
we played semi-pro. I seen him do niggas terrible.
Yeah, but you gotta understand that semi-pro is not like the real basketball. Like,
so you think Fruit is better than Justin?
That actually. Well, if I had to pick one or the other, I probably would pick J-Rob because J-Rob's size.
Yeah, I'm gonna pick Justin because of that
and his leaping ability. But they're really close.
I'm talking about as far as I play, because I'm a fucking murderer. Average 30, whatever. if me being that type of nigga, I want Fruit on my team.
I needed the center, man.
How you play, Fruit is a perfect point guard.
Nigga said I want to break my phone.
yeah. You would be, Dakeem,
Shit, there's a legend right there.
I was gonna mention him when I didn't understand the question when you said out of Dell's era because I was gonna say Glenn Costello.
I was gonna go to your era next.
My era is weird. It's weird for my era because like I remember where people couldn't stop dimes.
Oh.
Like I remember where Dimes literally was like, yo, he couldn't play organized ball, but anywhere else he was an assassin.
Dimes was so OD in the church league back in the day. The Riverview Church League, bro. Like he was so amazing, reminded me of AI. But he was a ball hog, crazy.
Right.
Nah, bro, he would take at least 30-something shots a game. That's horrible. And bad ones too.
I be every Saturday at the rec, man.
If you know his pops has a shoot first mentality. So you know what I mean? It's like, but I remember there was a time where I could see that. See, I wasn't around Glenn to see Glenn's game, but I always heard he was nice. Yeah, yo, but listen, Mel, we could all.
Jay Lindsay, my whole family is nice. Nigga, we might be the best family from here.
No, man, Parkers.
Me? How many is there? 4, 3 of them?
We here.
You got me, Marcel. You got Tay. You got Jay Lindsay. You got my pops. You got Sputy. You got Uncle Crumb. You got Uncle Keemy. What do you want to talk about now, man? That's at least 10 niggas.
But they got,
and I run my era. I run my shit. Niggas ain't talking to me about basketball, about nothing. I'm out there drunk, eat pills, everything. 30.
All of it?
Yeah, because you younger. You Bangs era.
Yeah,
they can't, and that's my thing. I didn't even feel complete playing with them. I had to go play with Child at Block 17, only young nigga out there.
I wonder, yo, Glenn, you on the joint right now, Glenn. Who was better, you or Stevie's dad in basketball? Just put it in the chat. I want to know that. That's just personal.
And you seen what he just wrote? The Adams and the Parkers got it. We the Adams over here, my nigga.
Okay. The Parkers is about to get an NBA player, right?
Yeah. Listen, but like you got to understand, this is my piece on that, right? It could get spooky a lot of different ways depending on what family members team up. Because if you put Sparks, me, I'm gonna tell you why though. I'm gonna tell you why.
I'm gonna flame you. Don't
flame me yet though. Me and Lep, if you put all of us in like our prime, like all in shape, like when we really was playing ball nonstop and everything was all about ball, the only other people that would probably be able to really bang with us would probably be the Simmons.
We forgot about the Simmons.
And your family, because of Sal, Tay, and Lindsay and Jay, because people don't understand Jay. See, but you looking at yourself from your perspective, but you weren't that to your family in their heyday. You just was like the young one killing your age group.
I was killing Ya. I was the first young nigga that was allowed to play 6 o'clock with Ya.
No, Blizz, that's what I'm trying to
say.
Jay
was actually.
I'm
talking about
Mel Riddick was playing. Mel will tell you, Mel was the youngest one playing with Shafe and all them. Mel was the dude, and he's here.
I'm talking about Ya.
No, but I'm trying to explain.
I didn't play with the older dudes.
No, I'm trying to explain to you that there's different levels. You know how people be like trying to debate what generation was a better generation? When your generation don't take ball serious, everything was jokes. You know what I mean? But Mel
this is what I'm trying to see. Yo, this is why we argue. Why we argue? Who says that? I had Kingston on my back when I went to Coleman.
Yeah, for real, Glenn.
I had Kingston on my back when I went to Coleman. I was in commercials. I'm in the parade. I went to Ireland.
You're looking at it wrong. I'm not saying you ain't do none of that. I'm trying to tell you that there's the level that people took sports so serious in the late 90s, the early 90s, and it's not the same.
That's why I'm talking about when I came up.
Yeah, I'm not saying you're not good, bro. You was nice.
You were dead ass when I was 17. Don't play, Bugs. I watched you. You're my brother. You're like my brother. I watched you even though I hated you.
No, you didn't hate me. You just wanted.
No, I didn't hate you, but I wanted to kill y'all niggas. I didn't want to be friends. I didn't want to be friends. I want to murder y'all. I go in there, I see y'all play, man. Fuck these niggas. Let me lace my shit. I was the only one my age that felt like that.
Right, you're the only one. That's why you feel like you know what I mean. You that because you had that Kobe mentality for your group.
I felt like Devon and these guys. It was scary back then, bro. Like me, I'm out there.
Nah, but nobody's debating that. Yeah, Mel was. I'm telling you, I watched Mel.
Was a classic, man. His dribble was crazy, man.
Like, you know how PK be talking about like Rap Boy and all that? I'm telling you, Mel was
that's my uncle. That's my mom's brother.
Yeah, but I'm not saying that. Right, I'm not saying none of that. I'm just all I'm trying to say is because let's answer the question and come back to what we was here to talk about. You know what I mean? This is a
Let me say something real quick.
That goes on forever.
Back then, there was names like Nike, Rap Boy. Poochie, he was definitely playing. Cordell, son from Newburgh,
son that could jump out the gym.
Facts.
Yeah,
I forgot his name. Lamar Anderson from Newburgh.
Lamar Anderson used to shoot us down.
Right, Bradford. Those like big names in the whole area.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I don't know about your era, Bliss, but our era was
different.
Big on basketball.
Right.
Like,
that's all I'm saying.
Really big on basketball.
Like, that's their
because
life.
me and Corey was just talking the other day, and we was talking about Stephon Marbury, and that's the era that we come from.
Right.
When he was playing high school ball, and that's when shit like elevated to another height. The Rucker was just really getting like crazy. All these names from high school, Sham God Wells, and all these niggas started. It was crazy. I know y'all played ball, but we had like a whole different thing, I think, with the basketball as far as like y'all probably got better shit now.
By the time I turned 20, I was walking all over these dudes, Qua.
But we're not saying you wasn't though. That's what I'm trying to explain to you.
No, I'm talking about niggas.
Man, hold on, man.
I'm talking about niggas you're naming.
Yeah, but people had knee ailments. You in your prime. Your back is straight.
Right. You gotta understand. People stop. People listen.
Hemmed up by the cops at that point. Come on, man.
When I was 20, Bugs was like 26.
Yeah,
he's still in it.
Right. Well, not
you
really.
Smoke a drink like that. That nigga's healthy.
No, you gotta understand.
Bliss. About the Ghetto Poles of the world and the Mike Parkers and stuff.
You gotta understand. I stopped playing basketball after 20. Like for real, like trying to aspire to be in the NBA because I realized I didn't want to do that. So what you saw me playing was recreation. That's a different than somebody doing it like all day. I'm trying to be the best.
But same with me. When I was 17 in Coleman, my best friend got killed. I quit. I stopped going to Coleman and all that. I didn't care about ball no more. So 3 years later, when I'm 20, I'm just out there having fun.
Right, but you're the one. You're the one that's trying to claim that. What I'm saying is other people, and that's what I was saying, what Qua would understand, it got to a place at a certain time where people stopped caring about sports and was trying to get their bread right. And that's what messed up sports. When people started seeing certain people, I ain't gonna name them, pull up in them things with the blue tents, ride around with them.
I blame Jamil Riley, man. It's Jamil Riley's fault, man.
Yeah, because it was like, yo, wait. Nah, that's fire. I don't forget a jump shot. How I get one of those?
Bell Ace.
Slam.
Yeah.
Forget the Slam magazine.
Yeah.
And that's Bell Ace, man.
Yeah, we looked up to that. Those are the influences, the Ghetto Poles, you know what I mean? With the and all that. So I'm just trying to tell you that people stop caring about sports on the level that people like used to. And that's what separated the talent level. Right. So now it's a lot easier to make it places.
Kelder ruined my life.
Kelder ruined my life too. That's why I told my mom.
They still saying that he's ruining lives.
That's why I went to my mom.
Kelder was real selective with who he picked on his team.
Kelder didn't like me.
Yo, do y'all know that I got cut pretty much every year? And my last year, right? This is how much respect I got from people like Tay, Keith. Kelder cut me from the team my senior year, and Tay and Keith forced Kelder to put me on the team. Like they forced him. Like he cut me, and they was like, "Nah, there's no way. We need him, right?" And he brought me on the team. And he was like, you could tell he didn't want to do it. He was like, "Yo, you lucky you got some real good people that respect you." Like,
and I like that.
Yeah, that's corny. Still, I would have told him the hell.
Why is he like that?
And me. He's more, Bubba, pull your pants up. You're not making this team.
It's because when you got that chip on your shoulder, certain people don't know how to curate that. Like a John Thompson would have been our type of coach. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I feel like Steve Knox should have been
Steve Knox, man.
Exactly.
Or Mr. Rienzo.
Yeah.
Mr. Rienzo was the coach. They got him out of there, man.
Yeah. It's because when you want that new wave, and
I fuck with Mr. Rienzo.
Yeah, it's all good, man. Listen, everything happens for a reason. I don't regret nothing because I feel like I had a lot of lessons that I learned, and I learned to like let people whatever they did in the past, it don't affect nothing that's going on right now. So I don't hold on to it. You know what I mean? Like what Blizz, you feel like a lot of you every time you get a chance to bring up the past, that's because you still like holding on to that. But it's like, yo, you probably still could play ball and still cook right now. No, I'm just saying hypothetically, you know what I mean? But the reason why I'm bringing that up is like, yo, what we doing now though? Like what we doing now? You know what I'm saying? A lot of time we all have that thing where we suffer from, where we always want to talk about what we did 10, 15 years ago. And it's okay to have those Al Bundy moments. But my thing is like, yo, we can't live there forever. You know
I'm only saying that because that was the conversation. Like,
no. I know why you're saying that.
I don't care about ball now.
Yeah, no. And that's why I gave you your flowers. I'm like, yo, you was nice. Everybody, you know what I mean? I know, Dewey, you ain't really play ball like that, but you play football.
Don't shit on my ball skills.
You play football.
Just like you.
Yo,
Stop it.
Let me ask a question. How you how you ain't get caught up with the shits in Kingston like most of us?
I'll tell you. I don't even want you to ask the whole question so that way we could keep it like blurry. Honestly, it was seeing the future, bro. Like that's why like my GQ vision really is something that like I pay attention to my intuition, and I feel like a lot of stuff happened and didn't happen. Like the universe was like kind of like making sure I just didn't, you know what I mean? And I feel like I didn't like commit to like a certain lifestyle and not like letting things like put me in quicksand. Like if something didn't seem right and you know what I mean, I'm like, oh shit, now I'm bugging, and I listen to that as opposed to thinking like niggas ain't gonna get me. Like, and that's where you go wrong. That ego is what kills everybody. That's why I say it's undefeated, because you feel like you smart, and you smart, but you don't know what you know now. If you would have knew it then, you would live life differently. You know what I'm saying? And that's what our parents always try to give us when we young, but we never listen to it because we so energized and all that testosterone, and we got to make a name for ourselves and all that. And I started realizing at a younger age, like, yo, that don't mean nothing, because all the people that I be looking up to, they either gone or gone in a different way. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, that's not cool to me.
Nah, that's a fact, because like,
yo, I got people I love. I got people that I love that, like, you know, like we don't see eye to eye, and it's because of that life. And it's like, yo, I don't wish that type of energy on nobody. Like, I'm older now, so it's like I care about people, bro. So like, to answer your question, is like, I think we gotta stop glorifying that. Right. You know what I mean?
Yeah, like, copy, because when I was young, if I didn't start gangbanging at 13, I'd have been D1 college and shit. You know what I mean? That gangbanging fucked up my mentality and how I thought about everything. Because before that, it was just basketball. You know what I mean?
Let me ask you a question though, and you could be transparent. You could be honest. This ain't no shot at you, but I'm speaking to you like right. At what age do you grow up from that?
Oh, I've been grew up from that. I don't be out here actively gangbanging and none of that. I preach to the kids and all that.
Well, the thing is, when you say that, are you really realizing the identity that you putting out resonates with someone who still is?
Yes, bro. I had best friends killed. Like,
no, but I really lived that life. Listening to what I'm saying though, do you realize that as an artist, right? When you put yourself in a certain light and you speak on certain things, it don't mean that you didn't do it if you start to stop speaking about certain things, or like being that, like letting that be like your persona. I'm saying, what age do you get to the point where it's like, I'm done with it? Or do you feel like it's a forever thing? Because I always, we got family, so like, it's a bigger than just you thing. I'm speaking just that mentality. I'm asking you because you in it.
As far as like rapping about the gangster shit?
Yeah, and saying that you've grown out of it.
I don't know. I'm gonna keep rapping about that stuff.
Yeah, all right, but I'm happy that you laughing because you know that it's a contradiction. But
no, it is. No, it definitely is. But but when you're an artist, you just putting out product for the people. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of people that's not really, you can go over people that's living a life and people that's not really the life, but the shit is an art at the end of the day. So even if I'm preaching that gangster shit, I could be preaching that shit and somebody be listening like that's not the route to go. You feel what I'm saying? Like I don't want to live like that type shit.
No, 100%. And I think that the real thing that I'm basically trying to point out is at a certain age when we get to a maturity level where we understand our words actually are casting spells that are creating whatever we're saying, it ends up becoming a manifestation, and then it happens. And that's the thing that I'm trying to get people to be accountable for. So it's like I stopped rapping because I realized like the things that I'm saying is actually happening outside of me recollecting. And I didn't like that. I don't like that energy. So now I try to, like, ever since I've been on some, let's talk positive. Everything ain't kumbaya 100%, but I see that it's a whole lot better because I'm speaking those things into existence. And everything ain't about $1. So like homie just said, that positive stuff don't sell. He ain't wrong, but you want to know why it don't sell? Because the systems are making money off of.
He said it's forever.
It is forever.
I respect that answer.
We going to the grave with that, but that don't mean we can't school the new era. Like, yo, bro, this ain't the route you want to go. Like,
you live your life.
I think the gang stuff is its own like entity, just like how basketball got its own entity, just like anything else got its own entity, and they got their own reasons why whether they still gang bang or they gang affiliated or just gang active or however it is. I think that if they evolved into something else but still the gang, I don't want to call it a gang, but like evolved from the gang, like I think Larry Hoover, he changed his stuff from Gangsta's Disciples to Growth and Development. You know what I'm saying?
That's what it always meant. That's what it always meant.
Well, I know it always meant. I'm just saying, but people say Gangsta's Disciples, and that got like an infamous name to it. You know what I'm saying? And the stigma is crazy. But if they changed it before he went to prison to Growth and Development, I don't know if he did or not, but I think
it's just being accountable for how people see you, and you can't force everybody to look at you the way that you really are. But all I'm saying is, I think we just need to be having those conversations of taking accountability for like how we let people see us. Like, you know what I'm saying? I don't want people to be scared of me. That's why I never did certain things. Even though it's easy to do those things, it's like, no, I want people to be like, yo, Omi, he's funny. I want to be around him. He makes me laugh as a positive thing, as opposed to, I got to watch out for him because he's going to try to line me up. You understand what I'm saying? We gotta take accountability for that because it's not cool to even line nobody up.
Yeah,
but
I don't fuck with shit like that.
Entertainment makes you feel like it's cool, and they doing that because they trapping people to follow that lifestyle, so that way they can monetize it. And that's what I'm trying to explain to the homie that said that positive stuff don't sell. You 100% right. The reason why is because the system is benefiting off of the people who not smart enough to see that the negative route is the bad route.
But why does it work in Hollywood and not music? Like why is it like
why you can act
musicians have to like censor themselves, but Hollywood don't when they making a movie with mad killings and all this other stuff? You know what I'm saying?
I'll tell you why. I'm gonna tell you why. Yeah, I'm gonna tell you why. Because when you sign up as an actor, the whole foundation is you're playing a role. Which is
that's what these rappers is doing.
Yeah, but
they're not portraying that though. But they're not portraying that though. But they're not portraying that though, Paul.
Right.
They're portraying it that it's real and it's real life.
Right, because nobody's gonna support them if they think they're lying. If a rapper came out saying, "Yo," like that's why Future caught that rap was like, "Yo, I don't even do drugs, but I talk about it all day long," because that's the mentality. Is like, "Yo, I might not do this, but if people are gonna buy into this lifestyle." That and I feel like that's kind of like entrapment. Like you kind of like leading your people down the wrong route. And if you're young and you don't got no OGs to pull you to the side and being like, yo, nah, bro. It's nobody saying you can't be from the streets because we all from the streets. We all poor. We all grew up without having stuff. Like even if you had a house, you just a higher level of poor. There's people that really got bread.
Right.
Bro,
I'm talking about real bread.
That's really gang members though.
Yeah, no, I don't got no problem with anybody being a gang member. What I'm saying is, at what level do we take accountability for saying certain things, but then getting mad when we get treated like that? That's what I'm saying.
A lot of
if you're
stuff
gonna
like
stand on that, then that's just who you are. I love it. I respect it. But if you don't want that type of energy, but you getting mad, but it's because you putting out that life, then it's like, yo, you don't have to do that. People
at the
still,
end of the day,
you still gonna be cool saying whatever you say.
At the end of the day, people gonna rap. People are gonna rap what they rap. You feel what I'm saying? It doesn't mean that they're active. They just was. That's what they was. That's what they come from. Like some people, that's just what it is. Like in Cali, you can't tell a nigga. Like if you live in this hood, you're automatically that gang. Like no matter what you say, you're automatically that gang. You feel what I mean?
Let's exclude Cali, because we like, that's another thing too, that it's like, I'm not saying anything bad about what people like choose to live by. What I'm saying is, at what age do we get to the point where it's like, yo, we are accountable for what we're saying? It's not just like, oh, I'm just rapping. Like, because it's never just rapping. People believe this.
Ask Jay-Z. He's still talking about selling crack and shit. Niggas a billionaire.
And that's the thing. You want to know why? Because he realizes it's a business. But behind the doors, you hear a bunch of stories about him saying, yo, it's just rap.
That's my point, though. That's my whole point.
Right. But I'm saying that you can't live in two spaces at the same time.
Can't serve two gods.
I'm just saying, niggas dope does that.
He's saying people pray.
So people
pray to Jesus and Allah at the same time, man.
Right.
What's going on?
Right.
Can't serve both. Can't serve Yahweh and Jehovah at the same time, you know?
Right.
Exactly.
But the trick is, like I forgot what comedian was like, yeah, Beyonce got you out here talking about single ladies and she married with a whole family, and you know what I'm saying? It's understanding that, and that's the point that I was just trying to get to, because I didn't want you to take what I was saying out of context. Anybody could speak on whatever they speak on, but what people do, people gonna do. I agree with that.
Real talk.
But at what age do you get to the point where it's like, I'm taking ownership for what I'm saying, not just because everybody else is doing X, Y, and Z? Because I feel like what you're saying is people gonna do X, Y, and Z, so why can't I? And I'm like, well, yeah, that's a mentality, but if everybody start jumping off a bridge, are you gonna do that? No. So that's what I'm saying. We gotta just be more accountable with the people we care about, so that way we could get to a level where everybody could bear the fruits of their labor. You know what I'm saying?
Definitely.
That's all I'm saying.
Not facts, but if you
I'm not trying to preach either, because I'm not coming from no preachy standpoint. I just see that, yo, people could get certain things, but they just don't believe that they can. And the reason why is because they keeping themselves in front of themselves. So they blocking themselves from those blessings because they don't see past that.
Yeah.
You feel me?
Yeah, no, I feel you. I definitely feel you. So we're gonna take a little break, man. This was a great interview. We getting mad love on Facebook. Shout out to everybody showing us love.
Shout out to everybody calling in.
I wanted to shout out this guy, man. Shout out to the boy Donnie Mapes. He's doing his thing. He got a lot of stuff going on. Marketing genius out here.
I love you, mommy.
Let's go.
I'm just one of them ones that you know you're not fucking with. Schedule like a bucket list, travel like retirees on the 26. 10 out of 10 on my hip, I've been running it up since the last time you knew me. Still got on the watch, you know, using them Gucci. Don't need designer, they give me no pussy. I'm pretty with it, kick it up, they don't push me. I'm the youngest, I grew up right in the ring. I'm a descendant, shootouts and smuggling, robbery, violence, and hustling. Lose it back, get it back, fit it, double it. I'm the head honcho, the boss of the boss. Bring it up, back it. Don't care what it costs, I shoot it from the 90s, they still what it costs.
Yeah, we're gonna have to pass that. Where do you go? He left? I'm done with these guys.
They done X'd out the live on mistake?
Nah, do your shit was skipping.
Oh, you're gonna come back in. I told him that every time he posts a video, that's usually when the glitches happen.
Yeah, facts.
Yeah. But nah, man, I like this. I'm super happy that you guys is doing this.
I got my own shit too, trendy topics. I had the Bang Bang interview the day after his fight. You gotta go watch that.
I seen that.
That shit fire.
You like it? You like doing it?
Nah, yeah. I mean, everybody been telling me for years I should have been doing it. I just gotta get dead ass.
Yeah, you
I
got
all
it.
the equipment.
Yeah, I feel like you definitely this is your lane to it because it's like you funny, but you also know how to get serious, but you also not speaking from like some random like nonsense. Like you know how to bring it back. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Well, nah, this is dope. I definitely gotta keep. We gotta help push this up.
Right, the shit could get popping. People from out of town, not even from here, asking me what's up and shit.
Yeah, you know what it is? I feel like this is something that we just got to start realizing. Like, you know how Philly got Cosmic, is it Cosmic Cab? Yeah. And like everybody got they go-to. And I feel like Dewey has always like been great at that, like always having that be the go-to spot. Even when we both did our freestyles the last time, like we was in PK and we did that joint. Like, it's just the consistency. Once you stay consistent, it has no choice but to elevate. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I forgot about that too.
Word.
I ain't gonna lie.
I flamed you over there too. You ain't
yeah, right. Yeah, right.
Yeah. I got you. Listen, I got you on video, so you can't deny your reaction.
I killed you.
Nah.
I think I spit 2 freestyles that night.
Why you think you spit 2 though? Because
I went like first.
Yeah, I gave you a sweet 16 and it was lovely.
I went first. Fresh home too. Fat nigga.
You had them tight ass sweats on. I was crying.
With the white beater shirt.
How you say nonstop? Yeah, you see, but you got to start caring because at the end of the day, when you present yourself to the, you know what I mean, to the public, there should be that certain side of you where it's like people respect, you know what I mean, how you come on. Even if it's just like what you're doing now, like athletic and sporty, you ain't gotta be dripped out in designer and all that nonsense. You just gotta have your professional look so people respect it.
Yeah, but I definitely killed you though, man.
Never.
You still down low, bro?
I'll be back and forth. You know, with all the stuff with the pandemic, it's just like you really couldn't do nothing. So it was like it made no sense to just be staying only in one space when that was the time where I could be around family. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I told you you only had an hour for him. What is he doing?
Yeah, he probably trying to. Yeah, I think his joint logged out.
Nah, I think he went to the bathroom probably.
Nah, he's trying to fix that glitch.
Probably that too.
But nah, this is dope, man. I definitely am. We're gonna chop it up about the brand and all that. I don't know how long y'all want to go, but I'm here.
That's what I want. I want to get into that next. That's what I want to get into.
That's definitely I got a lot of stuff going on with that, and I'm trying to find ways to implement people. You know what I'm saying?
This the first brand? This the first time? Like you did?
Yeah. So I used to make Fresh Club merch. You know what I mean? Which is what people used to always see, Fresh Club hoodies and all that.
I saw you in the magazine when I was up top, bro.
Word? That's
right. I was like, yo, I know this dude right here. Y'all told my man. I was like, yo, I know this dude. He was like, you don't know that nigga.
The nigga that stole my handle.
I said, I know this nigga, bro.
Word.
Niggas be looking at you up top like, nigga, shut up, nigga.
Yeah, niggas ain't even bring Chris up.
Crazy. Who?
Chris Lyons.
Nah, you gotta understand, Glenn, for ball. You can't have these type of conversations on upstate because everybody's so passionate about it and nobody's really wrong. It's just how you saw basketball from your view.
I just be wanting to see who agrees with who. That's all I like to see.
Everybody's always gonna like, for example, Chris Lyons. Now, Chris Lyons was nice, but it's just like you missed him because you was already, you know what I mean? Like you was done with ball. You know what I mean? What you gonna get now?
I used to see him and Bugs go at it all the time when I was young.
I remember I punched we was at the cage and I punched his his shit to the market, nigga, across the street. He always brings that up. He like, yo, Bugs, remember when you punched my shit across the street?
Yeah.
But
over the gate.
Out the gate, because I caught him when he was coming up. So all that force, I just flung there.
Yeah.
But nah, like what people gonna say is they're gonna say Dior, right? They're gonna say Tay. They're gonna say
Keith, man, stop skipping over him.
They're gonna say Tay, Keith, Dior,
Rachel,
and they're gonna say J-Rob.
They better say Rachel.
You respect Rachel's game.
Rachel's the best girl ever from here. You gotta say her name, man.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. But it's like there's people from like the 80s that talk about certain girls that was crazy back then.
Yeah, but men lie, women lie, numbers don't though.
What's the girl that broke the record when we was in school?
Damn, I know you're talking about.
And then Rachel broke her shit.
She scored 2,000 points.
Yeah. And it wasn't her name. Yeah,
and then Rachel broke her shit. So then
no, but I'm saying, of course we love Rachel. Rachel's like a GOAT from the town. I'm just saying, like, when people think basketball, they don't think to mention a girl basketball player in that conversation. So when you do, you actually doing us a service
Carrie
by doing that.
Yo, that man got Glenn with the statistics, man. I'm back, y'all. My bad, Dan. From now on, I'm gonna download all the videos so that we don't have those.
Isha was OD too.
I was just about to say Derisha, man. Shout out to her.
And she's still bad.
But that's what I'm saying. Everybody was real, like, everybody was really nice at a certain point in their life. Like, I remember when Brandy Rodriguez was OD.
No, his head was crazy too.
You me? And the list goes on. So at the end of the day, like the whole common denominator is that at some point everybody was nice. So why are we not just saying that instead of trying to come? And I always would tell Dewey that, like, yo, let's not put people against each other, even though I understand
against each other, man.
It's a podcast.
No, I get that. But what happens is people get so passionate about being so like tied to their perspective that become an argument, I don't rock with this person because it's like they planting that every time I see you energy. And it's like, we just got to say, yo, yeah, Bliss, you was OD nice. Okay. When I say that, then I'm not competing with you. I'm like, yeah, you was nice. So you only arguing with yourself. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
That's it.
Yep. Let's get to these clothes, do you?
That's the only reason why.
Yeah.
Conversation.
Let's get to that part.
Yeah, so talk about the not forsaken, the fall line that you got. What's going on there? Or just because I put up you corrected me. I put up not forsaken, but say exactly how it's titled, because I don't want to mess that up.
No, that's all good. So originally it was not forsaken, and then there's a brand from New York that sells boots that's in the same classification called Forsake. So I had got my trademark, and then they opposed it. And just to avoid all that money and litigation, because I was representing myself, which is crazy, because I just doing that made me start wanting to learn law, and law is crazy. I started reading stuff.
You're argumentative.
Yeah, exactly. But you got to know what you're talking about too, because them people study that for years, right? So I ended up just the easier route was to change it to N4S New York. So that's why I was saying that. But I realized that certain avatars still pop up when you type in the link and you post it somewhere. It'll still bring that old logo up. So I have to either refresh the algorithm or the cookies so that way the new logo pops up. But about that, I just for the past 2 years, like I told you, I used to make merch, and people from the town always supported me. So anybody who ever bought or rocked a Fresh Club shirt, hoodie, hat, even if you didn't, but you still wanted one or knew somebody who did, thank y'all, because y'all really kind of gave me that fuel to do what I'm doing now. And having that brand is something that I always want to be respected for, because I just love to get fly. I really have always been one of them people that just love clothes. How we love hip hop and love sports and all that. I literally could look at fly stuff on the internet or in stores all day long, which is why I've always worked with fashion and in the fashion industry. So for the past 2 years, I've been learning, how to make clothes, designing, and just everything that comes, because I'm like pretty much self-taught. I'm a YouTube baby, so I didn't go to school for none of this stuff. But I definitely got some friends and people that I rock with that they've helped me learn certain things and helped me understand how to create cut and sew pieces, so that way it's not just things that anyone could make. No offense to that, but it's more so like I literally get fabric, I literally design, I could show you my tech flats and all that, show you like I'm really an architect of the clothing, you know what I'm saying? So what you're seeing right now was just like the first drop from the fall winter collection, and I wanted to make it about something that anybody could wear, which is why I went with a sweatsuit. Because everybody, right now, super cold. Everybody out on like hoodie season, and it's a men's line, but women and men obviously both wear hoodies. So that was the first joint. Then I got a couple more pieces where I got some coats coming out. I just dropped a coat this week. I got my jeans coming out next week, and I'm gonna just stay consistent. You know what I'm saying? I'm definitely gonna take opportunities if you're an artist and I feel like you resonate with my brand identity and we can work together. I'm gonna reach out to people and start doing collabs. So that way we got things to look forward to down the line.
Gotcha.
For sure. I wanted to play the little trailer that you got here.
Oh, go ahead. Shout out to my boy Justo on the beats. That's my guy.
Okay,
that's my producer.
Okay, that's
come on. That's the home team, man.
Yeah, that's my guy. So then we're looking at the some of the merch right here. You got the Japanese, what do you say, tweed overcoat joint?
Yeah.
Oh, your prices for me, man.
Well, see, that's the thing. So I'm happy you said that. So let me explain that, because this is something that people don't understand unless they actually do this for a living. The prices are reflected on how much it costs to make it.
Okay.
Right? So let me give you just an insight on it, right? So most of this stuff cost me close to $200 just to even make one of them.
Got you.
So that's why it's reflective. If I was able to make it cheaper, then it would be probably less expensive, depending on how much it costs to either get the fabric, because this stuff comes from Japan, right? So I'm paying for it to fly over here. You know what I'm saying? I got to pay the gas on that for them planes.
That's dope, though, man. A lot of people don't know about like different materials. That's dope that you don't have no experience and you matching materials on.
Yo,
YouTube,
somebody asked, are they big nigga friendly or are they from little niggas? Pause.
Nah, it depends on what size you are, because I definitely go up to a certain extent, but you got to understand too. Oh, okay. Yeah, if you anything 2X and lower, then yeah, I got something for you. But if you beyond that, then that's a custom order. You know what I'm saying? And I don't really charge extra for that, but it has to get made because that's not usually people the everyday consumer.
The shirt you got on right now, that's you?
Oh, well, this is the last thing that I was going to get into. This polo right here. It's Ralph Lauren, which I just signed on to be a brand ambassador, corporate brand ambassador with them last week.
You need to come see my closet.
Yeah, all right. You nothing but the man on a horse in my closet. Yeah, absolutely. I already know you a Jada boy.
Absolutely. Thanks.
Yeah. But nah, I'm just like trying to work and trying to learn from everybody. Like, if Ralph Lauren is he from the Bronx, you know what I'm saying? I'm from the Bronx, so it's like certain influences.
I thought Ralph Filipowicz was from Brooklyn, no?
Nah, he's from the Bronx.
From the X side of things, everything I guess bada bing. But now, and that's pretty much what I'm doing right now. I still got Fresh Club. Fresh Club is just a creative agency now, as opposed to the music side of things. I would definitely want to shout out everybody. Dom Gotti. I used to steal Quad clothes. Quad always been fly. Always.
I think I'm not retarded, bro.
No, I ain't gonna front, man. That the Fresh Club varsity jacket is still a classic.
Yeah, no, I appreciate that, man. That was that I'm telling you that when I did well, I don't want to say when I did that. When we did that for the town, that really kind of really gave me that feeling like, we unstoppable, bro. Like there ain't nothing stopping people from doing anything. It's just trying to get. That's why I said that first episode, the homie, I forgot what his name was, but he was saying the thing that stops people from is finding the right pieces to come together.
We just refer to that man. We refer to that man as the plug.
Yeah.
Plug. Oh, okay. That was him.
Yeah, the
Chris.
plug said it. Yeah.
That's French Montana's brother, man.
Yeah. Shout out to him. But shout out to him and wait, his real brother?
Nah.
Oh nah, because I just seen French's brother on his show on Netflix, and I was like, that's crazy if that's the same person.
Look like him though.
That's a fact.
But nah, like with the Fresh Club thing, when the town came out, see that's the thing, is like people will support you from the town, but you got to give them a reason to. And it can't just be the entitlement thing, like, oh, just because I started. If I just started rapping, right? Like everybody don't gotta like love my raps. Like, no, everybody's never gonna love everything that everybody does, right? Yo, Mel's crazy. But when you get to a consistency place and people start knowing you for that, that's when you get the respect. You know what I mean? And it might take 5 to 10 years. And if you're really real about that, if you're doing it for that reason, then you might feel some type of way and stop like doing it. But if you're doing it for the right reason, then eventually those people end up coming back and being like, yo, I might not have liked, your stuff when you first started, but you just never stopped. And that's usually a lot of the people that, rock out with me now. They like, yeah, I might not have rocked with your music or your clothing when you first started, but like you just never stopped and you only got better and better. Now I kind of have no choice because you're really putting out the stuff that I like. You know what I mean? And that goes for anybody that does anything. Podcasting, music, you know what I mean? That's why I say, you know what? I learned in the past year, like, it's not a competition, bro. It's not a competition. Like, I got love for Velas, J-Rob, Tay, shout out to Tay, Keith, anybody who doing something from the town, like as long as you're not a negative person, you know what I mean? Like, if you really care and you really are trying to do something, then like we just got to help people get to that. Joe Sims, like, yo, I know a lot of people, we be speaking behind closed doors. Like, I don't be on Front Street about, you know what I mean, the conversations that I'm having. But like, if I got something that I can help, I'm gonna bring it to the table.
Joe Burrow, man. Shout out to Joe Burrow, man. I fuck with him.
You know what I mean? And I think that we just gotta do a better job of that, like helping each other out. But people gotta take they self serious. So like how homie was saying, yo, I'm trying to get people pulled into certain things and they falling short because they're not taking it serious. I understand that too. You know what I mean? Shout out to my boy Jig. Like I had an opportunity to do this MTV thing, and instead of me doing it,
that's with Ferris Will J and all that, right? That's back then.
Yeah. Was you there?
Yeah, I was there, man.
Yeah. You gotta understand.
I'm always up to speed, man.
But you see what I'm saying? I could have just did that myself, but I plugged Jig and I just met Jig. I was like, yo, Jig is nice. He young. Let me pull something, you know what I mean? And just off of him being 100 and cool, you know what I mean? Like that's the type of selflessness that people gotta have. It's not always about you. Sometimes you gotta say, you know what, this might be better for that person, and my blessing gonna come back to me. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
but we don't do that because we got that mentality where it's like, nah, I gotta separate myself from everybody else that's doing it so I could talk about how nice I am, and it's not about that. You know what I mean?
Yeah. One of these days they're gonna give me my flowers, but all right. So we all got a early rise. So I definitely want to thank you for coming on the show. And you gave a lot of great insight and a lot of good inspiration. But we are here for some of the debate and for the bullshit. So everybody that's still on the line, we love verses, right? We love verses, man. And verses is something that we've been talking about since the lunch table. You know what I'm saying? Since the lunch table, we've been saying Jay-Z or Nas or Biggie and Tupac or Fab and Jada. So the highest selling solo rapper of all time Eminem. Eminem.
Yo, Mel is stupid.
He's
man.
on fire tonight, man. Yo, Mel, Mel, I need you to come on the sports show.
I was about to say, why you don't got him on a show?
No, we definitely we need you on the sports show. I need Bang on there. It's gonna be like a Blazer reunion or whatever. All right, so
man, there you go.
Keep it going. All right, so so Eminem is about to step off the porch, right? So we got the Super Bowl halftime show that I'm just setting it up for y'all. Super Bowl halftime show is about to go down. That's gonna bring light to the, to his situation, and then
he's doing that.
From what we're saying, it was Dr. Dre, but he's gonna be featured. He's the biggest artist up there. So from what the streets is talking, the internets is talking, and they're saying that Eminem is about to come off the porch and do verses.
Yo, I can't wait for people to finally see.
So I feel like now let me just frame this for people. I feel like, all right, my generation, right? Eminem dominated, like how Larry Bird dominated the 80s and shit. And like there was always Magic Johnson, there was Jay-Z, and we was like, nah, Eminem can't really mess with Jay-Z. But at the end of the day, Eminem put up them stats and put up them numbers. Now, Blizz's generation came, and Eminem was kind of dirt, right? So
wait, you're bugging.
Wait, I'm framing it, man.
Eminem came out.
I'm framing it. I'm framing it.
We listening.
Framing it.
Yeah,
So,
go ahead.
I'm not gonna say because you really relate to the 2000s, but what I'm saying, like the 2010 era of the last 10, 15 years, he was dirt, right?
Yeah.
All right, so there we go. So there we go. So now there's a lot of Eminem stands. I'm gonna bring one right up right there. He said it's a great interview. Eminem's biggest fan is right there on the screen, right?
Fresh Club J.
Yeah, Fresh Club J. So who do you think would be a great matchup for Eminem?
I know, and not to even jump ahead of the gun, but I didn't realize how great of a matchup they would be until you just said what you said. I honestly think Kendrick would be a fire person because he would be considered in that super technical but quirky, you know what I mean? And they really both got them bangers. He said D12.
He's trolling. I love a great troll now. We love that.
I hate that versus.
Yeah.
You don't think? I think Busta Rhymes is the right person for Eminem, bro.
Yeah, I think Busta's gonna flame it just because he got too many solid joints that resonate with the street.
I don't know, bro. I love Busta too, but I want to say he's respected just as much as Eminem is respected, like on a artist level. Yeah, you understand what I'm saying? I don't think I think Eminem is over him, like, known wise and everything like that. But I don't think like he's a better artist than Busta Rhymes, or Busta Rhymes is a better artist than him. I think they pretty much like even, and I think they do that fast,
Yeah, they both they both have them theatrical ass videos,
and it's not too far off as far as like the time. Like I think Busta got him by like 10 years as far as like being in the game before him and everything. So
right,
I think that'll be.
That's
but Busta came out later though with his solo. You know what I'm saying? Busta came out in 96. Eminem came out, I want to say 98.
99. He came out with his. Yep.
Yeah, so
well, nobody counts the Infinite.
If we I don't really count that. But if we were doing artists that would probably be in the same, time frame, because Busta Rhymes is about 10 years or 8 years before Eminem, I would say Lil Wayne. Lil Wayne actually came out before Eminem.
Right. It's about the same time though.
Yeah.
Eminem came out with Slim Shady, the song, The High. That was 98. He came out with it. So okay. Lil Wayne came out like 97, maybe. 98, maybe too.
Yeah, the drop it like it's hot. Drop it like it's hot. CMB.
Styles make fights, right?
Styles make fights. Yeah. So Busta Rhymes is a better matchup,
right?
Just like you're saying, the style than Lil Wayne would be. I would say for sure. Yeah.
I think I just honestly feel like when it comes to those anthems, because anthems are really what resonates with people, right?
Yeah.
Bus got them anthems.
Yeah,
this music gonna have the crowd go crazy.
Give me your top. Like, what's your top Busta Rhymes songs?
Put your hands where my eyes can see.
That's like unbeatable. There's really
right?
That's like an automatic win. Okay.
A song that people always sleep on is that joint with him and Swiss, that New York shit.
That's not gonna get it done.
Nah, no. that goes.
No.
I'm gonna tell you why that goes.
Go ahead.
I'm gonna tell you why that goes. Because it's a versus, and if he brings out Swiss at Swiss's event, it's gonna go crazy. You gotta think how people are gonna play the game. You understand?
Okay.
Yeah, no, I feel you. The man said woo-ha, okay.
Woo-ha. Then you got Break Your Neck. You got the joint Break Your Neck don't go.
Go ahead, keep going. I'm letting you talk.
The joint with him and Janet.
He said that. No, we could leave that out of it too.
Yeah, right. Gonna make nobody.
It's not about what you like. It's about
I'm a DJ, man. That's my whole gimmick. That's my whole life.
I take the song. I take the song with Mariah over that. Yeah.
I'm a DJ. It's my whole life.
The song with Mariah is gonna hit.
Yeah,
I take the song with Mariah.
They're both gonna hit.
Keep going. That's one right there. Billboard Birdie, you got one right there. That's one. Go ahead.
Yeah, that's my guy right there. Shout out to Fred Hines Collection. That's one of my boys right there.
Yeah, Andy Up was fire.
Yeah. The Night Rider joint.
That's fire. I ain't gonna lie to you. That's fire.
Yo,
Scenario.
Rider joint. And Scenario's the classic.
What's that joint with him and Method Man where they going back and forth?
I don't even remember that.
Oh, you remember because it was that
yo,
right?
Touch it.
Oh, touch it, of course.
Touch it. Okay, touch it.
He better not play A-Rap Money though. He better not play that. That's a bad song.
No, that's nobody hit.
I'm sorry, that I didn't like that. I ain't like
Yo,
that.
now he had this one a couple years ago where he was like, it was like dun 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 dun. And he came out with like
dun 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 dun.
Like
it was like Czar. It was called Czar.
Yeah, get the fuck out of here.
I like Czar.
Get the fuck out of here.
But that's because that's his lane. Right. Yeah, that's his lane. Only he could do that.
Yo,
he was like, yo, Busta Rhymes just set the industry off. Get the fuck.
But Mel said it. No, the leaders of the new school, that first joint that he came out with.
Scenario.
Yeah.
Hit him high.
That.
Hit him high.
Flavor in your ear, you're forgetting that.
Huh?
Okay, Busta Rhymes got some shit. Yeah.
It's just another
give me some more. Give me some more.
Give me
hit
some
him
more.
high.
And what's the shit with Chris Brown? Do.
Oh yeah. He's done. Eminem's dead.
Look at me now.
No, Eminem got some shit, man. Forget about Dre, right?
Renegade.
We're gonna go Renegade on you.
Lose yourself.
We're gonna go. Yeah, we're gonna go.
Lose yourself.
Right.
Lose yourself. We're gonna go. Mom Spaghetti,
That's Lose Yourself.
That's Lose Yourself.
Right,
we got Stan.
You got Stan. You got the one he falling out the sky.
Yeah, opposite back with this pack. With bags in this bag. And then we got everybody on the 313. Put your hands up to the Shook Ones beat. He's gonna kill Busta with that alone.
No, he's not.
They both gonna do an acapella, and I think Busta might go crazy because
that's his energy. Man. Don't sleep on him, man.
I'm not. He's a GOAT, but I just can't see him beating Bus. It's because it's Bus. If it was anybody else, I feel like it'd be easy.
If they do it in New York, Eminem ain't got no chance.
They're not gonna.
They're not gonna.
Yeah. And verse on Forever was crazy. That's a fact.
Oh yeah, but see that's another joint. I don't like that song.
You don't like that song?
Because when Ye and Drake did that at that Larry Hoover joint, it didn't hit the same no more. Like I felt like it had
that whole Larry Hoover thing didn't hit the same. That shit was weak.
I didn't understand it.
That shit was weak. They should have let Swiss in them like curate that.
Well, he got M got that Lean Back remix with Mace.
I hated his verse on that.
Yeah, exactly. That's why.
What?
Betha need to come out. Betha need to do one.
Oh, you know
That's
what
what I
Eminem
said.
verse is crazy? Nah, that dead wrong one.
And
Red
Mace
on
was
the wall, red on the floor, red on the floor. Come on, Jay, give us some Eminem stuff, man.
Mace,
Jay, where you at?
Mace is Eminem's favorite rapper.
Who is?
Mace.
Right.
I heard him say that before.
No,
yeah, you said that before.
I heard him say that before, do you?
I heard you say that
say
before.
Cool J, man. I could pull it up.
He said Mace, too.
Okay. No,
if Busta Rhymes lose, it's gonna look bad.
He would lose.
I'm gonna be mad for the black community.
It's not gonna look just bad for that, but he been begging for somebody to smoke his boots.
Yeah, he did. He said, "Yo,
you think they gonna Jake Paul Nate Robin?
You think T.I. You think T.I. would have got him?
So you think they gonna? You think they gonna Jake Paul Nate Robin?
Yeah, they are.
Yeah.
You think T.I. would have did good against Busta?
Nope.
I don't know.
Nope.
Absolutely not.
T.I. nice.
No.
T.I. is good and everything, but like he got to stay in his right lane.
Yeah.
What do you mean though?
T.I. messed up when
got to go against niggas that's in his time frame.
Rick Ross shouldn't have went against 2 Chainz. He should have went against T.I.
I feel like they did. Certain people did versus with their homies, so that way it wasn't like I'm gonna tarnish this
rap
person.
God. Yo, if he can spit Rap God live, oh my God.
I don't even think that's possible. I don't even think that's possible.
It's not possible, right? I don't think it is either.
Nah, that's computerized. I know that he did some
30 years in, he damn sure do.
He does, but his gut is hanging over his belly. He might not be able to keep up.
Oh, he's in the gym, man. What are you talking about?
Okay, I don't know, man.
He's back in the gym, man.
Busta told T.I. he'll just play songs from when he came out. He won't even put out the songs from before T.I. came out.
Yeah, that just sound good, but there ain't no way in hell he does.
Busta can't put out songs from a certain time period.
No, I'm not biased. I try to give you the other side of the coin because if I just said Busta Rhymes and we all said Busta Rhymes, what type of show would it be? I'm trying to just show you the other side of the coin and give you the other side of the facts. You know what I'm saying?
I don't think Eminem's songs is gonna resonate on that stage, but that's just me.
Yeah. No, I think he got some joints. I think he got some joints people not like really remember him, and if he do them, he gonna like, oh yeah, this is why we loved him. I think it's just so much of that era where he was trying to experiment with his voice and all that. He lost his core fan base from our community, not his community, our community. So we only really like the first couple albums and maybe some songs in between. But there's other people who live like die-hard fans. Like, did you hear how lyrical he was on this?
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. The white people not playing about Eminem.
Right. No,
they might overpower us in that shit.
But they ain't gonna change my
Don't let it be an online voting.
Facts. He gonna get Yao Ming votes. There'll be people making fake pages to vote and all that for Eminem.
All kind of shit. Craziness, man.
But yeah, versus be about that performance. Busta is gonna perform. Because
I think it's gonna be a great show.
Like Dipset would have did better if their performance was better, but they fucking suck at performing.
Music
Dipset suck.
Yeah, they suck. I watched that shit 10 times, bro.
Yeah, it's because again, it goes back to
fuck Eminem.
It goes back to how serious are you about your craft, or do you do it for the bread? When you get too much bread and you start feeling like I don't care about the craft, then it shows. You know what I mean?
Well, since we talking about best and everything like that, let me ask you, since we doing this top 50 thing from for 50 years of hip hop, who is your top 10 from New York?
Top 10? That's easy. So you got Nas, you got Jay, you got Pun, you got Big, you got. Do you consider Pac from the town?
Yeah, Pac only lived in LA for 3 years, bro.
I don't ask for that. I just ask because some people don't associate him with New York, so that's why I asked before I put him in. Because I don't have.
Do you think he made New York music?
I feel like he was a poet that would make music wherever he lived at. So
he ain't make New York music when he was living here. He was making West Coast music when he was living here.
And I think he was dirt, so whatever.
He wasn't dirt.
Now, see, a lot of all right. Let me finish my people. You know what I'm saying? So I put Pac in there, right? I'm gonna put Mace.
Wow,
that's 5, right?
No, you said
No,
10.
10. My bad. 10.
And that's it.
I'm gonna put Mace. I'm gonna put X.
No Jada.
See, Jada comes in at that maybe 11 or 10 spot for me,
That's
and I'm gonna tell you why.
To throw my computer out the window.
I'm gonna tell you why.
Finish your 8 through 10 first.
Yeah, I'm gonna tell you why. Yeah, I'm gonna tell you why, because my top 10 factors in everything, not just being good at one or two things. You understand? So that's why Jada, if you go bars only, he's probably top 5, top 6. You know what I'm saying? And his impact, but his albums wasn't really always fire. And when I listen to him now, they don't really got no longevity. You know what I mean? It's just like, you know what I mean? But his bars was never weak. I just went
over this last night about Soulja Boy, but go ahead.
Yeah.
Big up.
Nah, but see, Soulja Boy is influential. He did a lot to change the time.
Soulja Boy ain't from New York.
Right.
No, I'm just saying album sales wise, but go ahead.
Oh.
Yeah, okay. So that's 8, right? I gotta put Cam.
Okay.
And I gotta put I know.
No Wu-Tang members?
Who?
No Wu-Tang members?
Nah, because like I would say Raekwon, but there was a time where I felt like Prodigy was better than Ray. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. Yeah, my man P, man.
Yeah, and I put P in there because P is really like P is different. But so is Lloyd Banks. But see, he can't get over 50 because he didn't do everything like 50 did. You know what I'm saying? So I might have to put 50 in there at that 10 spot.
So you skipped over 9. Who got 9?
No, I said Cam. I said Prodigy.
Cam?
I said Prodigy.
Okay.
Yeah, and then I said 50.
So you said Nas, J, Pun, Big, Pac, Mace, X, Cam, Prodigy, 50.
Wait, I'm bugging. I didn't say Hove in the first 4?
Yeah, you said Hove.
Nah, I said J. Nas, J, Pun, Big, Pac,
yeah.
Mace, X, Cam, Prodigy, 50.
Okay, yeah.
Okay.
Did Method Man's albums do good?
Nah, but it don't matter about what he sold. To me, it's about the longevity, and
it was highly anticipated.
Jada's 25 years in, more than all these niggas.
He's top 20.
I see that this is all
90s.
All 90s era. And this is 50 years of hip hop. Not saying that you lived in the 80s and 70s and shit like that, but
I was born in 84.
Do you think that they deserve, like, as far as like the 80s artists, not Rakim and them, I'm talking about maybe like
Cool Herc, Grandmaster
Flash era.
They're not in it.
What about them? Are you asking me, should they be in there?
Should they be considered rappers or just a part of the hip hop diaspora?
So if you ask me who was the most influential, I gotta put them in it because they're the pioneers. Just like I would put Kool G Rap ahead of all them rappers that I named, in that top 10, because if it wasn't for G Rap, you wouldn't have certain people like Nas, because Nas, that was his flow, you know what I mean? And so on and so forth. So it's understanding the context of when you're speaking. So influential, yes, but not as far as overall like, you know what I mean? Like greatness.
Yeah.
And that's
but do you think, because when I think of these guys, like the guys that you name, like a lot of them are still like top tier people, like Nas, Jay, not Cam, 50's up there. 50's still top tier. This is 20, almost 30 years for Jay-Z, I think. About 30 years for Jay-Z. Nas, same thing. Right. But when you deal with like a Kool Herc in them, they was just 73 to probably 78.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? But I know the big impact was, the beginning of hip hop and everything. But
right.
I'm saying, like, how do you rate something like this when you got people that's been developing the game since the early 90s from the projects, and now they billionaires? You know what I'm saying? So it's kind of...
It's the same way you would, like, consider the first car.
Okay.
And you compare it to the new Rolls Royce that just dropped last week, it's impossible for them to even be in the same conversation as far as what's a better car.
Right.
But that first car had to be created so that way the new joint could even exist. And that's how you look at that.
For sure. It's just that when you like, for instance, somebody like Fabulous might miss the top 50 for whatever reasons, because you know you got a Raheem from Furious 5 in there from somebody's list. Like,
influential niggas. Nice niggas.
You understand what I'm saying? Though, to be like, yo, Raheem, he was like one of the first spitters and everything. Be like, yo, man, shut the fuck up, Raheem.
Longevity counts.
That's what I'm saying.
Right.
But, so when you start putting a list like this together, and you taking longevity into, you know, consideration, you be like, damn, I can't add a Grandmaster Flash in like a top 10 or 20 or 30. It'd be like 48.
You can't add Biggie and Pac either.
No, you can't.
That's
because there's people that
Been
still
there long enough, bro.
No, because them people, listen, they died before. Like, you got to understand.
It's not
they
our
still
fault.
influential though.
Right, but exactly. There's people still sampling everything that they did as young kids now.
You guys is talking influential and not nice at rap. Like, these niggas are not better than these niggas, bro.
Well, are you like, you got to understand, and this is where you might not understand. I don't even want to say that because I don't know what you understand. Originality matters. There's so much originality that got lost in the past 10 years that now everybody, like, you know how you was doing your freestyle version of the Fabio joint, right?
I know about Freddie Fox, the militia, man. He was
of course. Man. But what I'm saying is, you gotta give. Yeah, they don't know about Fox. Word.
I know about Fox, man, the militia, man.
Yeah, but a lot of people only remember him for doing interviews. You know what I'm saying? But the point that I was trying to make is, originality matters. So if your style is something that's still being emulated 20, 30 years later, and you only had 1 or 2 shots, then that shows how great you were.
Yeah, but if a nigga's rapping better than the niggas, then
because listen, but better in what sense? Because you're only talking about rapping. I'm talking about everything.
But that's what they're asking. But that's what they're asking you, rapping.
No, they're saying who
top 10 hip hop niggas from New York. Who's the better rappers? Best rappers.
He didn't say the best rapping ability. He said rappers, like as a profession.
Yeah. So let me ask you this:
if that's the case, he would have said artists, bro.
So who you think is the most mimic artist ever?
Thank you.
The most mimic artist? Damn, that's a good ass question. But I would probably have to say, I probably would have to say somebody like a Rakim, or a Big Daddy Kane, because of their styles changed the way people even rapped forever after that.
I said Mace.
Mace was a product of that, but the first generation. So, but you're not wrong, because everybody ran with that style. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, because Mace got a lot of kids after him, like Fabulous, a little bit of 50 when he first came out.
Loon.
Loon.
Oh, they gotta stop bringing up Loon. Keep going.
But Loon is nice. That's not fun. Like, Loon wasn't the man for 2.
But a lot of people made a career out of like Mace being like out of the game.
That's why Jada said, "Sound anything like Jada to sound right here." Like, when people
yeah, that's what's up though.
You know who's weird? You know who's weird? And niggas started rapping like Cassidy when he came out.
Yeah, you wanna know why? Because his formula, aka the science, he was giving you back to back to back to back, and nobody even they couldn't even do that in their brain. Like, you understand how hard it is to come up with one metaphor that was fire? He was back to back to back with it. You know what I mean? So you gotta shout out. That's why everybody gives they little influence to the game, and some people turn into a wildfire, and some people get overlooked. You know what I mean? And you don't hear about them, but really they started that style. They just didn't make it famous.
Gotcha.
Yeah, that's a fact.
Listen, I studied the game. Like, that's what I really wish that a lot of artists do now. Like, study where people come from. Don't just say you know somebody. Like, that's why when you was mentioning on that Pac verse, like I was surprised you even knew that. You know what I'm saying? Because it showed like no, you actually do know, even though you sometimes have like a funny way of saying, you know, oh nah, your point of view, but at least you know. When there's people that can't even quote a Pac verse, but then want to tell you why they the nicest rapper and they don't even know where it came from. Like that's hard to respect that.
Yeah, that's a fact. That is a fact, man.
Yeah.
So, man, we almost had 2 hours, man. Well, I want to thank everybody for tuning in tonight. I ain't gonna keep y'all too much longer. You know, it was definitely a dope interview.
Likewise,
Definitely want to keep you as a creator. Once we get back live, we want to have you come up and come through to the radio station.
And I might have a 16 or a 48 for Blizz Top since he wants.
Yo, honestly, I'm gonna go back and find that.
Please do, so somebody could get me motivated again.
Yeah,
because I don't play about those rap beefs.
Yo, what's your Instagram? Oh.
So y'all can find my personal handle is GQ_Vision, VISION. My website for my clothing line is n-4-s.com. You can follow my handle on Instagram as well for my clothing is n4 the number 4s_ny. And if y'all need, you know, like I said, artists that need help with marketing and graphics and all that type of stuff, my agency is still up and running. You could go to freshclubusa.com and yeah, like link with me when it comes to these nonprofit events. You know what I'm saying? Let's get the town together. Like obviously, I know everybody ain't gonna be able to, you know, be a part of stuff, but if we start doing little things here and little things there, you know, I'm bringing back my annual barbecues and stuff like that. I was just waiting for this Amarion to calm down with the touch it, you know what I'm saying?
He's dancing all over,
touching everybody, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, dancing all over us.
But yeah, definitely find me there and just let me know, man. I'm accessible, but not too accessible.
Okay,
that's how you gotta be, man. That's how you gotta be. Anything else, fellas?
Yeah, you gotta come on my shit. I'm about to have all the older dudes from the town on my shit.
Yo, I'm not old, bro. What you talking about, older dudes?
Yo, what's the set schedule? You got a set schedule with Trendy Topics? Because we're gonna be on Sunday, Tuesday, and Thursdays. What you got? Any days that you know, like how can they tune in and
we're gonna start doing? We're gonna do weekends, and then I'm gonna start doing a morning show.
Okay, late.
You don't even wake up in the morning. Cut it out.
Y'all funny, man.
You crazy boy.
I got a question. Also. It's like as far as like what do y'all feel like y'all need help with to get what y'all doing to the next level? Because I feel like a lot of times as people that have platforms, we always trying to like help other people, but then we forget to ask for help or even speak on it. You know what I mean? Because it's not like you need it, but you would like it.
No, I just want to, I want to get branch out from our area and get some bigger guests, people that are more seasoned in the culture. Not saying that you're not, or anybody that we've had on is, but just some other people that that are big in the culture and are doing things that are influential. So that's what I want to do, is try to get big, some more people, different types of people on here.
All right.
I want the artists from up here to take their craft more serious and believe in themselves, to try to see it that it ain't just a New York City or a Atlanta or a LA, or talent comes from everywhere. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? That's all I want. I want, our area to be where they need to be, basically, and not just always craving for another artist from somewhere else or another entity from somewhere else to come save us or something, and we can help each other. You know what I'm saying? That's really all I care about. You know what I'm saying? So,
because a lot of y'all artists, I ain't naming nobody, but it's like I used to always tell people, stop saying that you want a deal. You don't know what a deal is.
You don't need a deal. You need to know your demographic.
Right. And you need to build up your worth so that way people respect you, and then you have the leverage. If you go on with your hand out, you asking to get mistreated because you don't know nothing, and they're gonna just take advantage of you. You know what I'm saying?
Pretty
So
much.
believe in yourself. Put your little 9-to-5 bread and all that, and put it into your craft and show people you serious. That's why I say shout out to Blizz, shout out to Donnie Mape, shout out to Joe Sims, shout out to Ted G's, shout out to Don Gotti, shout out to Vito. Everybody, I can name all of y'all because at the end of the day, I rock with everybody. But stop asking or depending on people to do stuff for you that you could do for yourself.
Right.
You know what I mean? Because there's nothing wrong with doing it yourself. You would want to do that after the fact, because then you don't want people to feel like you owe them something because they helped you get on, and then you feel like, damn, now I owe everything to this person.
You see what I mean? I got kind of a different view. Like at this point now, like when I was dead ass about rap, like when I put out the first 3 Bloody Massacres, like when I was like the only nigga in my era putting out mixtapes, and yeah, I was recording that shit myself. I was putting that shit together myself. I just felt like that shit fucked me up. That shit fucked me up bad.
What do you mean? Like it took too much out of you?
Nah, not took too much out of me because I enjoyed like the experience of learning how to do this shit. But like it wasn't like you always told me, it wasn't good quality, like studio quality and shit like that. I think that's what really fucked me up. So I needed somebody back. I needed somebody at that time.
And the only thing that separated you from getting it was and I know you could be honest about it, but there's a difference between believing in yourself and having an ego, right? And we all get there at certain levels. When you're humble enough to be like, yo, I need help, instead of expecting people to feel entitled to something, that's the difference between people being like, yo, we're gonna help and put our energy into this artist because that person is not feeling like, yo, you need to be doing this for me. You know what I mean? I think sometimes that's a battle that we do as creatives because it's our craft. We sensitive about our craft. You know what I'm saying? Like we really believe and we want people to appreciate us. So when people don't open their arms to us, sometimes it could get weird. You know what I mean?
Yeah. That's why now it's fire because like, even though it's crazy, I'm 31 now. I was like 23, 22 then, but I got niggas like Qua and Duya who's like on me about this shit and who like want to be my type of managers and want to tell me and show me the right directions of how to do things. So I'm appreciative of that now, but I wish I had them when I was dropping the first shits and all that.
Yeah, I wish I was around for that too. Shit.
Yeah,
they
but you still got the time.
That's a fact. That's a fact.
Yeah,
right.
Man. But yo, definitely go. What you call them? About to get on Instagram and look up your name and Connected Peoples. About to friend request you right now.
Yeah, send that through, man. Send that through, and I appreciate
y'all. But you ain't gonna accept it.
Now I'm gonna unblock you, bro. But you know what I'm saying? You gotta understand. That's what. Look, that's what you wanted out of the whole conversation. Is you gonna get the unblock? You know what I mean?
Jay, spell my name right next time. Don't do that.
Yeah. Yo, y'all have a good one. I appreciate y'all and stay safe out there.
All right, love you, bro.
I appreciate you coming on, man. Easy.